Hopefully we had a good time. There we go. We live now. We live up in this bitch. You know what I mean?
Up in this bitch. All right, let's do this, boys.
Don't sound fucking happy. We're upset right now.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking asshole, man.
I'm
All right,
upset.
file.
It was a mess today, y'all. We have there were no redeeming qualities really. I got the highlights playing in the back in the bottom corner right there. Jack Grealish scored.
Thomas Partey did get injured.
How serious?
I'm reading up on it right now. He's got a thigh problem.
That's what the guy said.
Yep.
Jack
In
Grealish
following
scores
his
and
early chance against Emi Martinez.
Jack Grealish absolutely destroyed us, and I was talking all kinds of shit about the dude during the live reaction. Y'all can watch it if you want on our Twitch. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Anyways, you guys ready to go live? As far as like
What?
talk about the shit?
Oh,
Or no?
yeah, we are. Yeah, we can start now. Come on.
All right. Okay. Let's go. All right, everybody. Welcome. This is Arsenal Ultras live. 3 friends, 3 perspective, 1 club. Today we did not get the 3 points, so we don't get to talk about that. But we got 3 goals scored against us, so the 3's back on. Yeah, we did not play well against Aston Villa, but we had some chances. It was just not good enough. What do we have to say about the performance in general? Your reactions to the overall match. Eric, go ahead. First.
There was that much creativity. Also, I think our weak point in defense is on that right side, which is I think their best side in the attack. But still, like I feel
Aston Villa's?
better. Right, should have done better. Then get scored on 3 times.
Who do you put blame on for those 3 goals? Or for not scoring at all?
Well, do you guys think we also maybe we're putting too much pressure on what's his face, Thomas Partey?
Nah, man.
Like we're giving a
no.
bit too much responsibility just to kind of make the team work, whereas I feel like the whole team should actually just be able to work without him.
No, yeah, I mean, in like fantasy land, yeah, that would be the case. I feel like we'd be able to plug in somebody else and replace him, but that's not where we are right now. And I think he knew that. I think he knew that he'd be easily the best midfielder as soon as he showed up to the team, and Arteta knew that as well. And he gave him the first day off. And now it's time to integrate him, and now he's fucking injured apparently, so that didn't work out too well.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just, I think, terrible all over. I don't know if it was like tactic wise or maybe it was just caught us on a bad day. The rain.
How come the rain didn't affect fucking Aston Villa? They still scored 3 goals.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about you, Paulo?
Yeah, this fucking asshole, bro. You know who I'm talking about?
No, who? Jack Grealish?
No. Matteo Ganduzzi.
What?
Yeah, he hasn't posted in a while. So look at what he just says. So happy with this great performance, Eartha. At Eartha, whatever. Now ready for Ecuador, France.
Well, yeah, this is his first time playing, I think.
Oh, what the fuck? That's got nothing to do with us.
I don't know.
Man,
he thinks he's throwing shade. No, I think he's been injured. I thought he was injured, and then he's like finally playing.
I think he's just excited to play.
Honestly, guys, I'm just trying to look for an excuse of how bad we performed today. It was just all over the place. I think we looked like we had no leader out there. we rely upon Aubameyang, Lacazette, to be our goal scorers, to be doing 20 plus a year
a season.
and a season, of course.
Hmm.
And they're just not delivering. They're not, and they're not. And like right now, I would give my opportunity to Eddie
Over Aubameyang or over
over
like I said.
Lacazette. He's not performing. He's just really not. If anything, if not Lacazette, give the opportunity to Aubameyang to go up front and then maybe play Spurlock instead of Laka or Eddie in there.
I could see that. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'm just, it's gotten to the point that it's not so much about the coach because we had the chances, we created chances,
We didn't create
uh,
that many chances.
we created three chances enough that we could have buried. Any other team would have buried them.
Yeah, I think the like I said chance that was a big chance. What was
And
the other
then
one?
Aubameyang, the first one was Aubameyang. Whenever he had gotten free on the wing, and then it was actually a Partey pass. Partey actually tossed it to the left, and then Aubameyang got it, and he ran through the wing, and then he crossed it in
And for who had the final
for
shot?
for William, and then William just completely just smashed it over.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yep. I think I
And then
remember that.
then we had the second opportunity, which was with Lacazette.
Yeah, yeah,
Again,
that was the header from like I said.
maybe on the reaction live video we had, live reaction video that we had, I was a little bit soft, but looking back at it, it's just like, damn, you could have put a little bit more effort towards
Yeah, that was a
making that jump.
terrible miss.
Yeah, it
Any
was a horrible miss. And then
any
we had another,
strikers?
chance. I just don't remember the top of my head anymore. But yeah, man, it's just our leaders are not showing up front. We're not getting, maybe Eric said there's no creativity. Even if we did have the creativity, there's no relying upon the strikers, getting those goals that we need, and that's what we're missing. This game, I know that they sunk in 3 goals, man, but if our defense is gonna be great, then we need our forwards to be great as well, man. And we're just not getting that. We're not getting that, and we haven't gotten that for the last 3 4 games for them.
Yeah, we've been terrible offensively in quite a few games now.
Do you
Yeah,
guys think that it also kind of has to do with like the lack of leaders, like you said, that the leaders, well, like some
No.
other, I think big names of big leaders in our team are David Luiz and Shaka, and they weren't on the team, and maybe even Partey. He kind of shored things up, and he also came off.
No, we just don't play well offensively. I don't attribute that to the leadership. I more attribute the leadership part for conceding 3 goals
Yeah, exactly.
and not changing anything. But offensively, we haven't looked good offensively in so many games.
yeah,
It's been such a long time,
man. In
like 6 weeks at least.
And I feel like Arteta thought that he was starting to feel his starting 11. I feel
Yeah.
like he was trying to get that throughout this entire like start of the season. I feel like he kind of felt that this was going to be it, but I feel like he has to go back and really think about
Yeah.
who's going to be working with who
And in
Yeah,
what
you definitely gotta
situations?
go
Yeah.
back to the drawing
and in
board.
what situation. Exactly. That's very important what Fabian just said. In what situations? Because there's some situations that Ceballos might be a lot better at than others. And then this time around, we saw that Elneny could not withstand just being by himself in the as a CDM.
Jack Grealish was tearing him up.
He was Jack was turning everybody up in
Yeah,
that.
he tore him a
He
new
was
one.
dragging everybody, man. And of
Yeah.
course, Bellerin was really solid moving forward, but he was not providing that support that possibly Elneny needed.
You guys see it when he got bodied?
He got
Oh yeah,
bodied,
against Jack
yes.
Grealish, yeah, he got
Yes.
fucking dropped. Yeah, no, that was
And it's not the first time. Every time we go against a player just like Grealish, we get just completely destroyed with these players.
yeah. I think our the team that set up to beat Man United is set up for open games where like um it's gonna be a back and forth. It's gonna be one of those games. I don't think we're set up right now to be able to break down like really uh really structural and defensive teams that have a lot of poise
Mm.
and teams that are disciplined. I don't think we're set up to break down those teams right now. I think right now with Partey and El Neni, who just run around a lot, they have the lungs. I think we can overwhelm a team that's
Mm,
just like physical, but they don't have any actual structure and any tactic and philosophy going forward. Like a
that's
Man
what you
United, we could probably beat a Man United. We could probably beat a Chelsea maybe, but we're not set up to beat an Everton or an Aston Villa or a Liverpool, obviously.
So basically, like if somebody's gonna counterattack against us, we can't really do anything against those teams. Is what you're saying?
If anybody can defend really well, sit back and defend, like as a unit, we can't break them down. And if
Yeah.
they got a really talented like midfielder who can pass the ball around and knock it about, we can't compete against that.
Do you think that's because of a lack of dribblers that we have that can just kind of get past the player?
I think we lack creativity in general. Like I think Partey can create that, can do that a bit, but that's not his strength. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's too many roles at that point if he has to do all that too.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a box. I consider him a box to box type of player, but that's too much responsibility then.
Yeah, and I feel like I guess a huge responsibility that we probably that at least I would like to see somebody put on his shoulders is Aubameyang, since after all he is the leader, and he's not even providing goals at this point.
And that's all he ever did. It was just a goal
Yeah,
scorer.
goals or he's putting like the occasional good pass for like an
Mm-hmm.
assist, but man, he's got to do that more if he's not going to give goals. He's got to give something, or at least more on
Yeah,
the defensive side. You got to
yeah,
give something. I
Mm.
think right now,
but that's not
I
his
don't
role.
know. You guys think that maybe the leadership is kind of hard to lead when you're playing this bad and not really offering anything to the team?
I think there's a lot of blank spots in positions that need to be taken care of. Just like the right wing, I think that's a position that Arteta is just battling to find a solution
Yeah,
for.
because William is not
And
it.
yeah, and we need to be dangerous. If we're gonna be playing this system, we gotta be dangerous on both wings. Because right now, maybe with the front four in the back with the opposition waiting for just the counter attack, they're gonna be sitting back with all their defenders. So we're gonna be we rely on those wing players to be able to drag those defenders. So our center mids can create that I guess moment of creativity that we're
That
Yes,
moment
and
missing.
of
I feel like
brilliance.
you kind of do see that now. I feel like maybe the right side of the opponent's defense, they kind of sit back a little bit more just because they know Aubameyang and they're I think at their best on the left, which is
Yes.
why I feel like there's sometimes a hole on the right side of their or on the left side of their defense. So like on our right side in attack, which is I think where we've been looking the best on the right side. Except we can't just kind of keep that up consistently throughout the whole game to expose them when they actually do that.
When
Right, and that's when we're starting to see Bellerin kind of come into the role that he's been assisting. I mean, he sits at 4 assists right now, and then
Or
today he's looking just bright, man. He looked really good up front, but I feel like that's because Willian or that right wing that we need is not filling the role, and it's allowing Bellerin to take advantage of being able to go forward per
Yeah, I'm
se.
not gonna lie to you guys. Like, it's it's really hard for me to pick when I watch us play. It's really hard for me to pick a style that we play. It's really hard for us to see. Like, I don't see the the method to the madness. I don't see it. I don't see a way in which we attack. We just kind of lump it forward. Like we don't. It's not like we lump it forward, but we rely a lot on like Aubameyang's pace to kind of make something happen, and him getting to the byline and getting a cross in or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, maybe Aubameyang doesn't get the right pass, or maybe his cross in doesn't really work as well as he wants it to work. And Bellerin's been growing in like influence recently, but I just still don't really see the way that we're like attacking. I don't see like a method to the way we attack. The way I could like write a thesis on the way that we used to attack, and I'm not saying that because of this. Like I'm blaming Arteta necessarily, but I could write a thesis on the way that we used to attack with with Wenger, like when we had Ramsey and Jack Wilshere sitting in the back, and then we had Ozil like in the cam role. I could write so much about like the way that we were playing then, but I can't really make out of what our philosophy is when playing forward. I can make out that we want to walk it out from the back, that we want to play it out, but then going forward from that point, I can't make it out. I can't see what role our players are playing.
Mm. Mm. Okay, I'll take it. Well, right now I think Arteta is trying to figure out different ways to go about creating goals. And we see that with David Luiz whenever he's on the field.
Yeah, that's the one time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's one asset that he has that he's trying to develop as a center back, because you can see that on Gabby that he tries to do the same thing, but I don't think he's there yet.
No, Gabby doesn't have the range.
Those long, he doesn't have the long pass yet. Maybe he can, but just not now. Mm-hmm. But and then you have your wings, your right wings and your left wing backs creating chances here. So now that's two right there. And the only thing I feel like he's trying to do is connect the center mids, like the left mids for example, left mid
like Saka.
Saka, yeah, correct. And then the right mid would in this case would be Bellerin. So he's trying to kind of find that nice space right there for him to be attacking. I see that myself. I don't know about Eric, but that's how I see what Arteta's trying to do. Develop different forms of attack, whether it's coming from the defense point of view or possibly coming on from the wing side. But I think he's still missing that center role, the center mid role that we need, which none of our players can do. I feel like not even.
So like at Ozil, is that what you're saying?
No, not so much in Ozil. More of it like a center mid, like maybe a
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Yeah, that's a great example right there.
Okay, so that's somebody that can do it all, but is more creative. Got it.
But it's more creative, and because you can see that De Bruyne, just when he plays with Manchester City, he's everywhere, man. He's right back, right mid, and then all the way right in the middle.
Okay,
so he can receive a ball and shoot that ball towards the post. But that's going towards what I feel like that Arteta's doing. But now, you also have the samples that the guys are not performing, and we might not have the players for his system. It's probably gonna take two summer transfer window before we actually get that done.
I just need to see more ideas of what he wants to do. That's all. Like I wouldn't be so upset if I had like a clearer idea of how we wanted to attack going forward. That wasn't just like David Luiz pumping the ball up to with great passing to an attacking player.
Hey, and I see where you're coming from, and but I look back at your comment that you made about Arsene Wenger. Keep in mind that Arsene Wenger has been doing the same system, same thing for 10 plus years, 17, 22 years. Yeah. 22 years he did the same system, and that's why we had to get him out, because football evolved. I was about to say soccer. Football evolved, and we found ourselves that we needed to evolve as well with it, not just money-wise, but football.
Do you guys think that like Wenger had also like implemented his style of play with the youngsters, with all the youth teams? Like he was like, okay, so this is how we play. This is how to tell these youth players to play. So like when they're ready to come up to the senior squad, they could just slot right in and be like in the best position to succeed for us.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
Whereas like I think right now everybody's come from like a different system, from a different team, from a different league, and he's just trying to make them all be on the same page, whether like whatever that may be. And I think it's kind of really hard to do that with I think the players that he has, because I mean a lot of them haven't been his players. The only one that he's been able to just kind of like handpick are what?
Marte,
Gabriel,
and Ceballos,
and Willian, who's not been performing.
And Willian and
Ceballos,
because he brought him back.
Yeah.
And could we even put Aubameyang in there too, since we did re-sign him?
No, I mean he just scores goals. That's
I don't know, man. I think an emotional player like the way he is, I think he brings more than just scoring goals, man. I think
Aubameyang?
this is Aubameyang. I
Oh,
think
you're
he brings
tripping.
that energy
Oh, you
to
tripping.
the front line, man. He does. He does. I think he's that type of leader that just by what he does. I mean, exactly what Eric always mentions this. Like he's a leader of action. So as long as he's performing, everybody's gonna perform under him,
But
and I
he's
think
not
that's
performing.
Yeah, but like, what about when he's not performing?
Like
That's kind of
now.
like the thing. I feel like when he's not performing, he's got to make it up somewhere else to kind of just give something to the team. Because like at this point, he's not really offering anything to the team. Because like I said, the time I feel like his leadership is at his best is when he's actually performing and just showing, giving the example to everybody. But when that's not happening, what is he offering?
so. What you recommend him to set down our best player?
Maybe, and just
Ooh.
have him come off the bench to, I mean, just to kind of maybe, I don't know, maybe it gets him just kind of riled up because, like, well, what the fuck? I'm on the bench. I'm not a bench player. And just kind of gives him a little extra energy and maybe put extra effort somewhere else
Hmm.
if he's not scoring goals. Or just make him come out and just make him come out in like,
Okay.
in
Now,
like
I don't know
now
about that.
I got you. I got you. Now you're Arteta, Eric. You're Arteta, and you have the option to perform or to start Aubameyang or Lacazette out front. Who are you starting with their run of form right now? Because they're both, for me, they're like in bad run of form. So
Yeah,
who do
absolutely.
you pick?
Well, like it's really tough in this situation because he is our best goal scorer, but he's not showing it. So,
And like I said, I mean, I feel like I said could be considered in that close category to Aubameyang.
I don't think so.
But I'm
As far
asking
as
you
like
though, like
world
who you
class,
Oh,
starting
as
though?
in like form wise, or are you talking about as in like his goal scoring?
Like right now, because you said that you don't want to put Aubameyang
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't offer anything to us.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're putting if you have the option to put
So if I
Aubameyang or
do
like I
that, so
said,
if I take out Aubameyang, I'd probably have um
I mean, who are you keeping though? Like I said, or
Laka.
Aubameyang up front?
Well, Laka, I think so because I think he offers more defensively.
Okay.
He's offering a little bit more defensively, and maybe switch him out through like in the 55th, 60th minute, and see what Aubameyang could do coming off the bench.
yeah, I would say Aubameyang, but I do like I said a lot. I mean, he hasn't performed really well at all, and neither has Aubameyang. But I think we'd be better a little. I think we'd be better with Aubameyang, and I think Aubameyang has a better history of like playing down the middle, as well. Even though, like I said, can do that as well. He's really good at it.
Well, maybe like if we do play him through the middle, we're gonna have to change the way we play. And can we actually do that with Lacazette on the team?
No, like I said, would be dropped
Yeah, Lacazette
to
would
the
have to be
bench.
dropped to change the way we play. So I
Yeah.
feel like right now, what Mikel Arteta is doing is just kind of trying to figure out a system where like all the best players can end up being on the field.
Yeah, he's just putting out his best team right now.
Not the
You can
best
tell.
thing. Maybe we have to we obviously have to change something up. We have to change something up because we're right now so far. How many games have we played? Like 8 games,
Eight.
9 games, 8 games, and we've only scored 9 goals.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
for the
so
type of players that we have, that's just unacceptable.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Everybody
You know-
said our attack was our best part always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got to figure
but I
that
mean,
out.
also I kind of understand our defense has gotten a lot better,
Yeah.
but like our offense has really taken a huge toll with that as well.
Man, I
And
love like
our
I said,
defense
man.
didn't look good today, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah, I love like I said, man. I feel like if he would be in the Italian league, playing for Juve, I think he would be like killing it, man. And that goes a lot, but I feel like he's gonna be a sacrifice. He's gonna be a chess move that Arteta's really gonna have to like do, whether it's in January or in summer. Because I feel like I feel the worst that Aubameyang and like I said can never play with each other.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It really is.
It is, man. I mean, Emery tried it, and now Arteta's trying it, and we just can't seem to get that machine
Chemistry.
working. Yeah, we can't.
I feel like either one of them does good, and the other one doesn't, or and I think that's kind of what we saw with Laka, where he kind of took that sacrificial role where he's not scoring goals or not doing much, but he's putting in that defensive work and just kind of freeing up Aubameyang.
But if we were looking dominant in attack, I would be so cool with that. I would be like, yeah, that's the role that he has to play, and he's doing it well. But we
Right.
don't look dominant.
Yeah,
We're not
and you could.
creating.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Like I said, was playing a little bit more forward today. He wasn't tracking back as much as he usually does.
Hmm.
Did you guys
Maybe
notice that?
just because of the fact because we were losing, we needed to get a goal.
Mm.
That might be the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
But
into
then-
these player ratings.
And I think that's kind of like that's something that was kind of just hidden from the Man U game, just because Man U was playing from the back, and I don't think Aston Villa kind of did that as much. Where I think our biggest offense was our defense in the last game, and
Yeah, we were pressing.
It was really that possible because they just kind of they didn't really play from the back as much as Man U was trying to.
Yeah, it was the press. We got him with the press.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into these player ratings. SAP. ASAP.
All right. Leno can be started by Eric. I don't
Go
want
ahead.
to butcher
This
this.
is your boy. This is your boy
This is your
Leno
boy.
that you always talk shit about because you won Emmy.
Martinez.
I'm just saying, Emmy fits our system better of how we want to play.
Mm.
All right, so what are you rating?
Maybe he's not the best, like a better shot stopper than Leno, but I think he's better with his feet, and that would definitely benefit him.
Okay.
What are you giving him?
Although Leno has been pretty good, but I just think Emmy's better.
What are you giving him? God damn it!
Well, I don't think you could really you could really blame him for any of the goals.
I think he should have done a little bit better for. Let me see. I'm watching the highlights now. I think it was the second goal. I think he should have done
Which
a little
one was
better. Like the one that went through his legs. I know that was a really good finish and all that, but I mean, some great keepers stop that sometimes.
I don't know, dude. It was really tough. I'd give him a 5. Not too bad, but yeah, I'll give him a 5.
Mm.
Because he did how many? He had a pretty good amount of stops as well, right?
He had some good saves.
had
Yeah,
what,
he had like 3 or 4.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
3
something
or
like that.
4. I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'd give him a 5 as well. Even though he conceded 3 goals.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was really his fault.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that for the most part.
So I'm gonna be a little bit harsh with our players this time around.
Controversial. Huh?
I'm gonna be
Oh.
very harsh with our players this time around. Go ahead, Fabian.
I'm sorry, I gotta amend that because I remember at the end he was looking very skittish at the end. You guys remember that when he dropped like 3 or 4 balls in a row?
Oh,
I gotta give him a
yeah.
4.5 for that. 4.5. Sorry, Paulo. Go back. Your turn.
Fuck your 0.5. Just give him a 4.
No, 4.5.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna be a bit harsh. I thought we really like the whole entire team had to learn a lesson with Leicester, which was not learned this time around. And for that, I'm not gonna be as friendly as I was with Leicester, but this time I'm very disappointed and very angry and upset with the team. So for that, I'll go with Leno with a 3.
Damn, son.
Why?
Esto se va a descontrolar.
Why?
He's not taking the pressure of being our number 1 keeper well, and you can see that today. I feel like there was a lot going on in regards to who's the better keeper, whether it's Leno or Martinez, and I think he didn't show that. He needed to be there. He needed to be there for us, even though when our defense wasn't there showing up, he needed to be there, doing what he does best, which is using his agility to be able to stop those goals.
Yeah,
He was
shot
just
stopper.
not there. A shot stopper, exactly. Whether he's not the best, whether Martinez is better at playing with his feet or not, he is better at that role of stopping goals. And he needed to be there. He wasn't there. He was creating too many. He was doubting himself. There was one that he just completely took way too long on the ball, and it was just.
You know what?
He's not to where I wanted him to be.
I feel like he could have even done better for the last goal they scored. I don't know if it was the second one or it might have been the second one or the third one. I don't really know. Yeah, the second goal, the one where they crossed it in. I feel like he might have been even done better than he actually did. I feel
Yo,
like,
Ollie Watkins was right there though. He's right in front of the goal.
no, I'm saying prevent the cross from coming in, like that whipped cross, like the volley. That's essentially what Martinez did. Remember when
Martinez.
you remember when
Mhm.
Martinez hit that block that prevented the goal from Lacazette? Like
Yeah.
they were crossing it on the byline,
I don't know.
and then
That's still tough though because there was a pretty good amount of players there that probably should have stopped it. Or even
also
stopped that cross from coming in because it was from pretty close by.
even bigger than that, I think he should have done better with the third goal. Like that went right through your legs, dude. Stick out a leg or something. I know it's
Yeah.
tough. It's a good finish, but you can,
Yeah.
I've seen keepers stop stuff like that
Yep.
with their
And
legs. They like kick them out.
that's a great point, Fabian. That's a great point. I'm looking at the replay right now, and that he came out too early, or a little bit too late,
Yeah, I
or
need
too
to
early. I should say too early. He came out. I think he could have just done a lot better in regards to holding that back. Because
Yeah, I got it on the Twitch. I got it on the Twitch right now. I'm
I'm
watching
looking at
it.
it right now. Yep. And Tierney should have done better, but that we'll get to that in a little bit. So for me, Leno gets a 3.
I'll give him I'll give him a 4.5. And Eric, you give him a 5.
So we gotta. I mean, where are we? Are we gonna hit? Are we gonna say 4 or 4.5 in regards to an overall average?
That's my
for Leno?
fucking. Don't change my fucking rating, bro.
Oh, overall it's like a 4.5 because you gave him or a 4 because you gave him a 3.
Yeah, it's somewhere around the 4.
Yeah,
We're
4.
gonna.
All right, next player. Let's do Tierney. One of his worst games, in my opinion. He was not good.
You know when you're eating spaghetti and you're trying to roll the fork, and sometimes like you have the woggly like spaghetti straps at the bottom, and then they're just everywhere. Bro, we can see your butt. Is that a butt crack?
No, I think that's his pants or something. Get the fuck out of here, little boy.
This man.
All right, what were you saying?
No, he's just like he was just everywhere. I think he wasn't like balanced today for some reason. He
Yeah,
normally
he was slipping
is.
all over the place.
He was slipping all over the place. He just looked
Mhm.
awful. I mean, the third goal, you can see that the shove he got on.
That was Bellerin, dude.
No, that was Tierney. The third goal.
Yeah, the third goal was Bellerin.
Oh, 'cause you have back-
Bellerin got shoved by everything's reversed on the Twitch, so you're probably getting confused by
Oh.
that. But like Bellerin got shoved by Jack Grealish. That was Bellerin.
That was Bellingham. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
that
take
wasn't
back.
his fault. But some of the other goals were his fault, I think.
Oh, I see that now. Yeah. All right, but either way, I mean, even at the beginning of the entire thing, he was just a little bit off. He normally is our solid player, man.
Yeah.
That we rely upon giving us that type of performance. I'll give him a 4 today. Even though,
Tierney?
yeah, for Tierney, he did give us the reason he doesn't get a 3 today is because he did give us a lot of good crosses, and if like I said would have converted that, he would
That
have
was
had an
his.
assist.
Yep, that was his.
Who was on the guy that got the first goal? Trezeguet. Was that Tierney or was that Saka?
Are you talking about the crossed goal or the
Yeah, the first one.
one with the head or the foot?
The foot.
Okay. That was Saka.
Oh, that was Saka.
Yeah, but Tierney's at fault for the second one.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, I'm watching
think
it right
that
now. He was on that man. I mean, the guy beat him
I
to it.
thought
It's
it was
not like,
more like I thought it was more Holding and Gabriel, wasn't it?
I mean, they're a fault too, but if Tierney anticipates that better, maybe he can stop it. He was literally the last person to like defend the player who headed it in. I mean, we conceded 3 goals. He has to be at fault. Saka was at fault for a lot of people were at fault for the first one, but Saka could have anticipated better.
Replay the second goal for me, Fabian.
That's actually the one that was an own goal. They call that as an own goal.
Oh, sure. I didn't know that.
And
Yeah, they
the
did.
Saka one. So I think Trezeguet couldn't get to it, but Saka was like, "Oh, well, if I don't grab this, then this motherfucker's just gonna go and tap it in, basically."
Mm-hmm.
So I think he tried kicking it over, but it ended up.
Oh, here it is, Paulo. You gotta wait a little bit because of the delay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's playing now. It should be there. Yeah, Tierney could have done a little bit better, but Gabi could have done better as well.
Oh, that was a really good play that he did.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay,
tough.
okay.
It's tough, but you can do better there.
Yeah, it's hard. I think they had all their 3 touches that they had were
was-
spot on.
Yeah, it was just really great. It was just really
Yeah.
great football. Like you can't
Yeah.
put too much blame on the kids, but they still they still fucked up a little bit. It was just really well. Everything was well placed in that second goal.
Yeah.
Every ball needed to be exactly where it was.
Yeah, I'll stick with my 4.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4 as well. I
Yeah.
think it's his worst game that I've seen him play. For
Yeah,
me,
same.
easily.
I did like that one really good cross that he put. Who was it to?
Lacazette, the one that
Was
was
that-
almost a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why that's the reason why he's getting a 4. Because if that would have been converted, he would have gotten an assist.
It should have been converted. That was a great cross.
He should. Yeah.
What are you giving him?
A 4. I already said
No, Paul,
4.
Eric.
Or
Oh, you give him a 4 too? Okay.
yeah,
All right. Okay, let's go to Gabi.
Gabi. This is like the worst I've seen of Gabi.
Gabi is the worst I've seen him play as well.
I think that now it's time to kind of like. I think Eric said this. I think it was last podcast that we did. I think like as soon as we see Gabi have like his first worst game, I think that's when we gotta like really be cautious in regards to going forward with him as a center back.
Why do you say that?
I mean I mean just because of the reason that he just didn't perform today. I think he was very sloppy in giving those passes today.
But what do you mean you got to be cautious of having him as a center back?
Because maybe he was just riding on the high horse. in
Oh, so
regards to
you think maybe
that new
Gabi's not that
signing.
good?
No, I'm not saying that. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I like Gabi.
That's what it sounds
Before I
like.
get-
not trash him because like I feel like Arsenal fans just kind of they get carried away sometimes.
Do you expect them to go on a bad run of form now? At all? Maybe. You think maybe?
But I guess it all kind of depends on the manager really and how he's actually kind of really drilled these players and just kind of how much confidence these players are able to have after this bad performance.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think it just all kind of depends on the confidence in the players.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if the coach can actually give a certain type of confidence in the tactics that we're using and just like that belief that we're a better team than the opposing team, that we could win any day.
So what's the rating? God damn it,
The rating on who? Oh, Gabi?
Gabi.
A
A what?
4.
Ooh, that's lenient.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I give him a 3.
3.
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna be harsh on these players. They didn't learn their lessons with Leicester, man. So for me, he gets a 2.
Ooh.
2.
Damn.
Yeah.
He could have done better for 2 goals. I
Bro,
saw.
I
that
think
I'm watching.
all of them, bro.
Yeah,
well,
maybe
just
all of them,
wasn't
but
there.
definitely for 2, he could have done better.
I think it was mostly. I think the ones that are most at fault that's why I'm holding back on the ratings on that side of the defense is because I feel like the right side of the defense was just even worse than they were.
Mm.
What are you giving him, Eric? Gabi.
4.
What are you giving him, Paulo? You gave him a 2, right?
Yeah, I give him a 2.
Okay. Yeah, I gave him a 3. So, an average of 3.
Damn, when the hell did I become the fucking nice guy, dude?
I don't know, man. You're being real sweet today.
I know.
Fucking sweetie ass. All right, next player, which is Rob Holding.
I think he was our worst defender.
I think so as well. I don't think he was good.
I think he was terrible.
But
And I'm giving him. I don't know. I'm in between a 2 and a 3. I guess I just won't hold back. I'll just give him a 2.
Mm.
I give him a 2 as well.
He he
I
looked
thought,
exposed. He looked really exposed that
yeah.
time.
Gabby looked
See,
bad as well, though, to me. They both looked bad, but Rob Holding looked a little bit worse. Actually, quite a bit worse.
so like the way you guys is describing Holding's performance, it's a little bit shocking. I mean, I thought that he did what he could, honestly, on the right side. Keep in mind that he's not the fastest player, and Bellerin doesn't offer that defensive
That's true.
backup.
That's
And
true.
then you on the other side you have Tierney, you know, offering you that defensive backup. So I'm looking at Rob Holding having the same performance as Gabi. I feel like both of the center backs are to blame in
Hmm.
regards to our performance right in the middle.
Hmm.
I'll give him a 2 for that.
Okay, that's fair. I could see that.
Mhm.
I thought Rob Holding was a little bit worse, but to me, Gabby was bad too.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, he's
But I
definitely.
mean that I feel like that maybe it's just kind of also circumstantial because their left side of the attack is a lot better than I guess their right side.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
and
And
watching.
that's to say that
first
Saka
one,
is
I
actually.
feel like if anything, it's yeah, I don't know. I'd still give him that because he still did I think worse than Gabby.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with that. I'm watching the highlights now. He was definitely a fault for the first goal. He got out of position.
Mhm.
He got out of position. He didn't even make the right choice as far as tackling or not. He was just kind of standing there. They just played
Yeah,
around him.
Mhm.
yeah. Him and Bellerin kind of looked really off, and it also has to do I think with the fact that Grealish is on that side.
Hmm.
They're a lot stronger on that side.
Yeah. All right. Bellerin.
Mm.
I'll start. I think this is the player I'm going to be most lenient to. Um, I like Bellerin going forward. He was very progressive today. I think he dominated the right wing a lot, and that has says to a lot because we didn't have a lot of support with. I keep saying a lot, but a lot of support with William himself, and just for that, I give he's probably basically doing two jobs in this game, and I know his defensive role. I mean, you can see in the third goal that he completely gave up.
Hmm.
Didn't even body it or use any
Yeah, he got
force.
bodied. Bodied,
Yep, and
bodied.
this is not the first time we see this. I mean, we see this all the time when he goes 1-on-1 against those type of wing backs
Yeah.
or wing left wings,
Wingers or whatever the hell Jack Grealish
wingers,
is.
yeah,
Just
whatever,
creators.
yeah.
He sent him
And
to another dimension, dude. That shit
yep,
was
and we see
crazy.
that all the time with our wing or right backs and left backs all the time. Whether it's against a Hazard, you know,
Mm,
uh, it's just the same thing. And I think he should have been performing a lot better there. But I think
yeah.
giving his attacking performance, I'll give him a 6.
Oh, that's
Also,
high.
I think something to note as well. Like I think Rob Holton. Well, like this is going back to the Rob Holding. I'm looking at the highlights. Sorry, my bad. But like, it looked like Holding was just scared to just make a tackle. I think at times,
Yeah, for that
maybe
first goal. Yeah.
yeah. That first goal, he looked bad. I think he was just standing there. They were just
Yeah.
they looked like kind of like a one of those like Western movies where
And then
they're
he
like
didn't
with.
even rush back to position. He was like asleep.
Mhm.
Mm.
Bellerin shares some fault for that game for that goal too, in my opinion. They both do.
Yeah, he
Um,
didn't get to the crosser in time.
hmm What do you give him, Bellerin, Eric?
I'll give him a it's hard
Okay,
because I
what?
think he did one part of his job really good. I think the other part he just kind of he
Yeah.
was bad at it, and he was a huge part of that. What is it? The second goal or the third goal?
The first goal, in my opinion, was a big part of it, and the third goal, when he got bodied by Jack Grealish, he sent him to another dimension.
I'll give him a 3.
3. That's way far than I.
You gave him a
than I.
6.
I gave him a 6. Yeah.
I give
Nah,
him, yeah, I give him a
I mean, I think first of all, I think he's a defender also. He's like a right wing back, but he's supposed to be a right back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's supposed to like be really good at. And I don't think he did that job. He doesn't really do that job. He's more of an offensive threat, but
Mm-hmm.
he kind of got exposed this game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we
Yeah.
need to start. We need to start having another conversation about Bellerin and about the position he actually plays, or what the position he can actually offer us. Because as we've seen the last 2 years, he hasn't offered that much defensive role. I think anybody else could do that a better job at it than he can. And he
And
is
I
getting
think that's
slower.
why we also do play this formation, just because of that fact. Because he's if you
Mm.
put him up a little bit higher, he has a little bit less defensive responsibility.
Mm-hmm. But I don't like that. I mean, I know that we need to do what we can with the squad that we have, but I'm not about like hiding players because that shit shows up at one point or another, really. And he plays a really important position in my opinion. So
Mm.
he needs to better that, or we'll move on from him because we can't be in modern football. You can't have that. You can't have right backs and left backs that are kind of like really passive in a specific position. At least one of them has to be really strong defensively. At least one,
And
you
that's
know.
Tierney.
That's Tierney, yeah.
Well, Tierney's not playing as a back. He's playing as a in the center back position.
Like, and he kind of it's because like our formation just kind of switches. Like when we're playing defense, like we're playing defense, we play a different formation than when we're playing offense.
No, yeah, I agree. I just I feel
And
like
I think
Saka.
I don't think it's only us. I think a lot of teams do that just to kind of play to their strengths and hide their weaknesses
Mm-hmm.
if they do have weaknesses. But I mean, we are a transitioning team. We've
Mm-hmm.
also got we've got a new coach, and he's just trying to implement his ideas, and he doesn't have all the players that he needs or wants at the moment. It will take time.
Yeah, I definitely think Bellerin needs to improve on the defensive side of his game, though. Just a little bit. At least a little bit, you know? At least be as good as you used to be defensively, you know? You
Mm-hmm.
used to be able to put in a shift at least defensively.
Yep.
So I give him a 4. He was good going forward, but he wasn't amazing going forward, in my opinion. He was just good. It's not like he created a penalty like last game, or he got an assist, or something like that, or was creating a lot of
Like,
chances.
did he even get like a really good cross in?
Uh, no, he was just going to the byline. Really, he was just combining well with
Because I also did see him in the middle a lot too. For when he was going in for crosses, he was just kind of going into the box sometimes, like right in the middle.
Yeah, he was just kind of combining well with like I said, because he was just like playing off of him because Willian's essentially useless, honestly. Um, not really crossing it to him, but combining well with him. Uh, yeah, I give him a 4.
Mm.
He was okay going forward and not good enough going defensively.
Mm.
Yeah. Next player, which would be Saka. Let's go with Saka.
He put in I think he put in a pretty good cross, and it has some danger.
Martinelli.
But Emmy punched that out.
Yeah, that was a really great. That's what I expect from Leno a little bit for some of those crosses that they had that were really dangerous. I wanted him to do something like that.
Yeah, and I also expect Soccer to put in more of those as well.
Hmm.
I think that's some of the stuff that we kind of need just to give us a little bit more width, especially on that left side.
Hmm.
Mm.
Um, I give mm, I give him no, no, I'm between like a 4 and a 5. I give him a 4.5.
Yeah, he was. I'll give him a 4. I'll give him the same rating as Bellerin.
Jeez.
Um, he was a little bit
Yo,
better defensively, but he also scored on his own goal. So
oh,
essentially,
yeah, I forgot about that. He did get an own goal.
yeah.
And he was I think at fault, probably the biggest at fault in that in that goal.
Yeah. He could have done a little bit better there for sure. Um, he didn't play that well going forward either, so I gotta give him a 4.
You guys are being too nice to this guy,
Dude,
man.
no, because the center backs were our worst part today. So I gotta the center backs. I give them threes, bro. Like damn.
Like an own goal is not to
No.
be
Oh, and then
looked
he
at.
did have that one that I think probably should have been a penalty at the end.
Oh yeah, that was the end though. It didn't matter.
That should look like a penalty.
And I agree, but it was at the end, so it didn't even fucking matter.
Yep.
It would
We
have
had
been disappointing.
we had two worst players today, and he was one of them.
Damn, son.
He was one of them. Whether it was first half or second half, he was nowhere to be found. Consistency's gone. We can say that now.
Yeah, one bad game, I think. I would
Ever
say.
since City, he missed that shot against City, and then I like my concern is here once again, and I'm always gonna be saying this is that he is too young to be starting every single game, big games like these.
I don't think he's too young. I don't think there really is an age. I think as long as you have that consistency, you're old enough to fucking play.
Bro, not
If you have that
everybody's gonna be like the way he was.
Everybody on
Nope.
the team and being consistent, then you deserve to fucking play. And I think maybe at this moment, maybe he could be dropped and somebody else can come in until he does get that consistency
Bro,
back
but
in.
that, but that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have nobody in that position to give him a competitive role. Like, if you were to bring on another wing that can another wing player that can play that position and that can do probably the job even a little bit slightly better, he's gonna be sitting down in the subs, man.
And
And
do you
that and
think
that
maybe we could just put Willie on there because he has played on the left wing as well. I think that's probably one of our only other players that does play on the left wing. So maybe Willian or even a Nelson coming back.
Bro, I'll give Nelson now a chance. If we don't have that player over there, I wouldn't play William. I think William is just there. I think he's
a black hole.
Yes.
That's what I call him, black hole.
He's just gonna be deadwood in a year from now. And like I said, I don't want to take so much blame on Saka, but he is starting. He is being our number one player, and like you guys said, you guys mentioned how consistent he is, and he hasn't been showing up the last 3 games, man.
That's the last 3 games, though. I
The
feel
last
like
3 games. What do you mean? Okay. What do you mean?
He was okay against United.
That was
Did he start against United?
That was the last 28
What about
games.
Aubameyang?
That was
How
3
many
seasons
games?
ago, bro. No.
All right, let me talk, Paulo. Let me talk.
He played okay against United, I think.
So what about like Aubameyang though? So then in that case, then he suffers from the same thing.
Of course. And wait until I get to Aubameyang.
Oh, shit.
What I'm saying is I'm not going to be lenient just because of how young he is. Because he's developing. But he's in the first team player. He's a senior player.
I see what Paulo's saying to an
Yeah,
extent.
but that's not his fault though. That's the whole club as in general because we are going through that transition period, and there are a lot of holes in this team.
Bro, so you're telling me that
we're gonna get to a rating or not?
It doesn't make sense because you guys are like I feel like you guys are in love with fucking Saka.
No,
man.
I'm not in love with him. I got shitted on.
I just do notice that he has been one of our better players.
Bro, we have this same conversation every time, bro. Every fucking podcast we have this conversation about Saka, bro.
I got shitted on in the chat. All right?
Well, I'm sorry that you're wrong, bro.
I'm not wrong, man. No, I've seen this before. I've seen this with Walker. I've seen this with Ox. Now the same thing is happening with Saka.
No, I think the difference between them and Saka is that right when they were hitting form, they get injured.
Yeah,
I think the injuries was the thing that screwed those players over.
I agree.
I think with him, it's a little bit different because he hasn't gotten that injury.
He's not injury prone.
Yeah, he's not injury prone, and he's. I think he has been performing. He's had these last 3 games that you could say that have been pretty bad.
No, not bad. He was not bad against United. He was okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, exactly.
He was bad against City, and he was bad against Leicester, and he was.
Yeah, and you've got to expect that these younger players, because I mean, I think that was kind of like the thing with Wenger too. There was some players that did have bad games, and he still kept trusting them so they could progress and develop as.
Look where are they now? Where the hell? The only one that possibly did it well was Gnabry. Ox is still injured.
Yeah,
who knows
you
where?
know what the difference between Ox, Walcott, and Gnabry is, right?
Ramsey did okay too.
Yeah, like Gnabry didn't get that many chances to play. That's why he was able to develop and go
Yeah,
into play big
and then he
clubs.
wasn't injury prone. He wasn't injury prone.
Because he maybe because we were
And
playing
then
him way too
also
much.
you also got to think about that he didn't put in that consistency in the very beginning. So it's kind of hard to reward a player for being inconsistent.
Now, I always knew Gnabry had it, man. I always knew Gnabry had it. But anyways, okay, hold on a second. All right, Paulo, I got shitted on in the chat because you know how I feel about Saka. I think he's consistent, and I think he's good above the shoulders. I don't see world class potential. I don't care what anybody tells me about this kid. People fucking say that he's the okay. People are gonna like shit on me because people say that he's one of the best like young players in the world. They say that, right? People hold him to that regard. I don't see him having that kind of potential. I just see him as eventually being a really solid starting player for a team that challenges for possibly a championship, right? The
So
league.
okay, so you know that list that just came out saying that Saka is worth like 92,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
92.
Yep.
hmm
Yep.
Would you guys get rid of him
For 90 million?
if you get that amount of money?
Yeah, probably. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too.
On a
I
heartbeat.
I think he's a good. Like I said, I think he's a good player, but in my opinion, he doesn't start. He doesn't have world class talent. He has world class decision making, which is important too. But he's never gonna be the best player in the world or the best player in the league or whatever the
or
fuck people are
even
hyping him up to be.
like okay, so where do you think his potential like lies then? Like in top whatever number in the world.
I don't know about numbers, but he's a starting player in a team, a starting solid player in a team that's challenging for a championship. That's it. He's not going to be the main star of that team. He's not going to be the second star of that team. He's going to be a starting player in that team. That's it.
In the like a title contending team.
Yeah, he's good. He's good enough for that. But he's not the best young player in the world. He's not the second best young player in the world.
So I think this is kind of like very important with Arsenal as well. Like uh, that we do have assets that are worth that amount of money in the eyes of everybody else. So I
Yeah, no,
think
that's good.
cash in, just kind of like how Liverpool did with Coutinho. Just cash in and I guess kind of know exactly what the player is worth. And if somebody asks, if people value him that high up, just fucking get the money.
I don't
Get
want
the
to
money
get
and you can just invest it elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of him or anything like that. Don't take it wrong. I think I think he's good. I think eventually he's going to be real good and like be able to like take us up a level in a way. He's not going to be like the main thing that takes us up a level, but I think he deserves his role right now. But
Yeah,
but
I agree.
but I don't think he's going to be that superstar and he played bad today. And I also don't think at the moment our best starting lineup has him in it. I'll say that as well.
Has him in it.
No, I don't think so.
Even if we
he's the
have
only one.
Aubameyang in the center. What if we have Aubameyang in the center?
It gets a little bit more complicated then, but maybe then. But yeah, maybe then he could because he could be on the left. And then I would put like either Nelson or Pepe on the right. But that's it. That's the only way.
Yeah, I could see that.
Man, but I still feel you guys are being a little bit too soft on him, man.
I gave him a 4, bro.
My rating for him is a 1.5.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, he wasn't that bad, bro. He was not a defender. Come on now.
He was not defending. He scored his own goal. He didn't offer anything going forward. He's probably he is the second, probably the one of the worst players in the team today.
Maybe.
But you can't agree though that he's been one of the better players in the whole season as a whole.
What can you say about that?
We are in an 8 game. I think he really started really strong. I think that it was the first 2 or 3 games that he did really well, and then that's when I started having my own opinion that he was starting to kind of like we shouldn't be playing to him this much. I think we should be rotating him, and then we did rotate him because that's the same day that we
I
played.
think that would only work if the right side was also playing well. Though. If
Right,
everybody
but somewhere along the line we dropped changing him for a defensive role mind player. So we were rotating him between him and Niles, and depending on if it was we needed to be more attacking or defensive, that's who were to come in. But then
Yeah.
Niles couldn't be performing at that top level at that moment, so Saka became that main person.
Yeah, he
And
was
I feel like
undisputed starter.
nobody is competing with Saka because there's nobody else in that position, and that's a problem.
That's not his problem. That's not his fault. But I
But
agree with
but
you.
it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna
Yeah,
affect them
so I feel
negatively
like more than
because it's
anything,
gonna
it's
be
just your
way too
frustration
much pressure.
about
Hold
the
on,
lack
Eric.
of quality
Hold on. I let you talk, Eric. Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have
Y'all
fucking
cracked me
Saka,
up, bro.
bro. So he's the only one in that position, man. You bring somebody else in, that's it. I mean, we'll have
Exactly,
it rotating. We'll have a
but
rotating squad in that
at the
position.
moment, we
But
don't have somebody else.
Dude, no, but we do.
All right, who?
What if we
Okay.
start Nelson and?
Nelson, yes.
Let's put Niles in there then. Let's put Niles in there then.
Oh hell no.
We can have, okay, but no, we gotta be specific with that role though, because he offers a lot of defensive help in the back, and that creates Tierney to make him go up, and I would
Yeah, and
100
then
times
there's
prefer Tierney
like
to
that
go up.
problem too about going forward. We have
I know,
nothing
they
going
did.
forward because that's like the last few games that I've seen, even in the Europa League, Maitland-Niles hasn't really offered anything going forward.
All
Bro,
right.
then let's bring them in together because
All right,
in the
all right.
Europa League we play with close up attackers. We
All
play
right.
with three up front. Well,
Okay. So I'm gonna. Okay, Eric, you get one last sentence. Paulo, you get the last sentence after that, and then we're moving on to another player. This is taking too damn long. What's your last statement on
Okay,
Saka?
so what do you even want me to talk about?
Just one last statement on Saka. That's it.
That he has been one of our better performers.
Throughout the
And
season.
I still do think that he probably deserves the spot. He's going through a rough patch right now. He's going through a rough patch, but
Last
there are
3
other
games.
players as well that are going through very rough patches.
Okay.
As in like Aubameyang.
Paulo, calm down. Okay, gotcha.
you can't say he deserves it, bro. You
Oh,
cannot say he
oh,
deserves
oh,
it.
fine.
Thank you.
Okay, Paulo.
Bro, you cannot say he deserves it. There's nobody else challenging for that position, though.
What did you say to me before? You're gonna let me talk, right?
Yeah, yo,
Alright,
it's supposed to be a
go
last
ahead,
sentence,
go
not a
ahead,
fucking
go ahead. Go.
goddamn presidential debate. Jesus, this is
Yeah,
worse
so-
than Trump. Trump versus Biden.
Yeah, so exactly. Well, what I was saying, that the front line I think have been even worse than Saka's been. I think, there are other stuff. I think just what Paulo is just really talking about is just the frustration of the lack of quality that we do have.
All right.
And I think as time goes on, that will change. We'll figure out, or we'll have to get rid of some players. Maybe we get rid of Saka and get that $90,000 that people think
90
he's worth.
million. Yeah.
90 million, my bad.
Okay. Gotcha. Paulo, last words on Saka. Make it quick, goddammit.
Saka's young.
Yes, he is.
He needs to be able to rotate his position, so he's not playing every single game.
Okay.
Because we're gonna judge him as fans. We're gonna judge him hard because he's a first team, and that's where I have an issue with you guys. Also to you people, but you guys.
Yeah, but who do like?
Hey, it's the last statement. Last statement.
That's
Come on now.
bullshit right there. Give me my minute. I get another minute.
No, hurry up, goddammit.
All right. So
Fucking-
as fans, we're here to judge them, and we're judging them really hard right now, and that's gonna affect his performance and his development in the next couple of games if we do not rest his kid.
Okay, I see what Paulo's saying.
Who else?
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna.
that's in an ideal world. Like we don't live in an ideal world. We don't have another player who can fill that position.
Bro,
So like, is Arteta supposed to take out his best team or not?
Yes,
But
of
maybe
course.
his-
But that's what I'm saying. But you guys are like saying he deserves to be there, bro. You cannot
Exactly.
deserve to be there if you have no other player to be comparing him to. I can compare Pepe to William. Maybe William is performing in training, but Pepe is not. But he's starting to perform in games, so he's earning his spot. I can say that about
According to
that
the
position.
teams we have,
But I cannot say
like
that
I said,
about Saka,
in
bro.
an ideal world, he deserves to start. He's better than anybody else in the team in that position.
All right,
So
enough.
I think that's why he deserves to be on it. Not because
Y'all kill me,
he's-
man.
Every fucking week. It's the same conversation every week.
So what do you want us to do? To
Okay.
reopen the freaking transfer market and ask Kroenke for money?
All right. Okay. Next.
Let's do that shit. Make it happen, dude.
Next fucking player. All right. God damn it. All right. I don't even know where we are. Partey. Paulo gave him a
I'll give him a
1.5.
5.
Bro. That shit is hilarious. 1.5. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Partey.
5.
Oh man, he only played one half. It's hard for me to judge him in that half. We looked better in that first half.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
that's why I give him a 5. I think that's the highest score that I've given. I think him and who else?
I don't
Who
know.
who else? I gave somebody else a 5. I don't
Probably
remember.
Tierney. I think you were soft on Tierney. All right, Paulo, what is it? Partey.
Partey, first half, he was performing really well. Going forward, he was really putting those long balls towards Aubameyang. He actually created that. He created that first chance we had, which was Aubameyang, then towards William. He was putting in those balls, he was putting the work rate. He made Elneny look better. I'll go with that 5. It was hard to judge him based on first half, but I'll give him 5.
There was like one issue that I had with him was that I guess he was being a bit too risky into dribbling at times. It looked like he was about to get I think he did get the ball taken away at least one time. It looked really iffy at like one or two other times.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But he took shots.
5.
He did. Yeah, he took shots today though.
Yeah, he did.
He took about 2 shots today.
They weren't very close, but it was still, good that he took him. I gave him a 5 as well. No need to like go into it, or you guys addressed it already.
Yeah.
Elneny, he played the full 90, I believe. Elneny.
Give him a 4.
Yeah.
Elneny was bad today.
I think he looked good at times, but he also did get exposed. I don't know why it was. Because he was in that right center mid spot where that whole right side just looked really bad defensively, and Grealish was just fucking having his way.
Yeah, he was.
And on that, yeah, that's all I have to say. He didn't really offer too much going forward. Not that I can really remember.
No, not at all.
It was just kind of, yeah, I guess it was just one of those games that maybe he wasn't just like the guy we needed at that point.
He was doing Elneny things. Elneny doing Elneny things.
But, like, do you think it also had to do because of Partey? Because I think he was more at that defensive role and just to kind of release Partey and do kind of what he was doing in that first half.
He plays better with Partey, that's no question. But it still looked like the partnership didn't suit the game to me. Like both of them together.
Ceballos and Elneny or Elneny?
Elneny Partey didn't seem like it suited the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I don't think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't think they developed throughout the game. I think they needed another half for them to really kind of see what they were gonna do. Because I feel like you could see in the first half you saw flashes from Manchester United in the first half. But it
You
just
talking
wasn't
about
there.
Aston Villa or what?
Yeah. I'm talking about Aston Villa. We saw flashes of the game against United.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
But it's maybe they just didn't have enough time to develop that same, energy that we had against United, and it kind of affected them anyway.
So, like, I have a thought now. So maybe since we look so bad with Bellerin out there because he didn't really offer too much defensively, would he also kind of be considered a circumstantial player eventually, just because of that defensive liability that he really is? So maybe in these types of games, so that has a really good left side, so like a player like Grealish on that side, should we put a more defensive-minded person like Cedric is, just to kind of help defensively, just to kind of stop that guy? And Cedric also he also does whip in the ball and kind of does a similar job to Tierney does, but on that right side. Or do you think that's just kind of too much crosses and kind of really doesn't offer something else going forward?
I like what Bellerin offers going forward because he's the one that's willing to interchange with the forward rather than just go to the byline and cross a ball. And so I do like that he offers that, and I don't think Cedric can offer that, but defensively he is a liability, so maybe he could be depending on who's on that left side. You might consider not playing him or something.
Or just kind of switching that whole right side, maybe putting Cedric right there so he can kind of overlap and just whip in crosses and have Pepe, even though he's not the most consistent thing. Okay, so yeah, but he does cut in, and today he looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get to Pepe.
Maybe that way El Neni does a little bit better job on that right center mid spot.
See, possibly. I like that idea of Eric, but you gotta realize that you gotta look at it from Arteta's side. Same thing with that. You gotta be like, okay, Bellerin basically had 4 assists, top assister in regards to right back. Maybe second to him will be Walker, and then you're looking at that over Cedric, being just starting to come into the team, trying to develop who Cedric actually is, and
but I'm saying kind of going forward, maybe he could be that circumstantial type of player, and we could just rotate that whole right side to just kind of benefit and just give us a different way of playing on that right side.
But I honestly think Bellerin, when at his best, he's a better fit for us, and he needs less hiding than even somebody like El Neni. Honestly, I feel like you have to work a little bit harder to put El Neni in the best place for him to succeed than Bellerin. So I feel like, and if that's the case, then just replace El Neni.
I guess a good comparison, I think, would probably be like a Ceballos. Like Ceballos in that center mid spot, I think is kind of like Bellerin in that right back spot, where he's good going forward, but sometimes not the best defensively, because he does fuck up sometimes.
So what do you guys give him?
Yeah, Eric gave him a 4, didn't you?
Wait, who are we talking about? Yeah, I gave him a 4.
What'd you give him, Paulo?
A 3.5.
Yeah, I gave El Neni I gave Partey a 5. I gotta give El Neni I'll give him a 3.5 as well, but almost really close to a 4. I'm torn between a 3.5 and a 4.
Jesus, what's up with you guys in 0.5s? Stick with a fucking number, dude.
I'll give a 4, okay? I'll give him a 4.
Round that shit up, he said.
he was really exposed. I think that's the only way to put it. The midfield, just bypass him, and he didn't offer anything going forward. Yeah, 4.
Next player, Willian.
Willian?
Yep.
Willian to me was the worst. Honestly, probably the worst player, because he just didn't do anything. He was a ghost. I give him, I'm no bullshit, I'm going to give him a 2.5. He didn't do anything of note at all. 0. 2.5.
Well, William has been he's just been a complete shit, to be honest.
He's been horrendous, man. He's been so bad.
Yep. I give him a 1.5 because I did say there was 2 worst players today, and Saka and William fit that role today.
Yeah, William was real bad.
Yeah, you can even see it. There was no redeeming what he, at the beginning, the first 15 minutes of the game, where he just, his touch wasn't there, his pass wasn't there, his movement wasn't there. There was only one run that I saw that him do the entire game that I could be like, oh, there he is.
So we say that about him, but what do we say about Aubameyang?
Bro, he had a good first half, Eric. He had a good first half.
Aubameyang he created some stuff.
Yeah.
And Aubameyang has shown that he can do within the last, I don't know, how many games? Project Restart. He's shown that he can, succeed in this club. We haven't seen any of that from Willian.
Since just the whole restart, or are we talking about just since this season?
Project Restart. Because he hasn't been good this season. Project Restart.
This season, he's just been horrendous.
Yeah.
Okay, but what would you give William, though?
He has to offer more just because he's that leader, and I think the leaders are supposed to be the best mental wise. I think mentally they're supposed to be the strongest.
Yeah, I don't even know why. I honestly don't even know why Aubameyang is. I don't even know why he's a captain. Honestly, I never thought he was a good captain.
Shaka.
We don't have a good captain, I guess.
Huh?
Well, I guess we don't have a good captain, really.
Like,
But
if anything, I consider Shaka and David Luiz more of a captain.
yeah, no, David Luiz should be the captain in my opinion.
The
Yeah.
locker room is different, but like from what I see in the field, I consider them more as a captain.
Yeah, it's David Luiz. David Luiz should definitely be the captain. That's the perfect. That's the guy.
I'm surprised you guys didn't say Saka, bro.
Shut the fuck up, asshole.
So
What
what
do
you give a William?
Just
bro?
a hater, dude.
Eric, what you give?
What? Willian?
Yeah.
I'll give him a 3.
That's fair. He's been really. I think he's been our worst player this season, honestly.
Yeah.
I've never seen him play well.
Yeah, I don't know where Arteta keeps playing him.
I don't know what he
But
offers.
he hasn't really done much.
No, he hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Aubameyang.
This hurts. This hurts.
Me? You guys want me to go first, or?
I don't know, whoever. Eric
right.
Paul is thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I'll give him a. Jesus, I'm between like a 3 and a 2.
Oh wow.
I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3.
I'll give him a 4. He had a couple of really good crosses, and like he seemed to know where the players were when he was like interchanging with them, but nothing really came out of it. So, and then besides those moments, he didn't do shit the second half at all.
Mm-hmm.
You, Papa.
See, the reason I'm torn between giving him a rating like Fabian's and maybe giving him a rating like Saka is the reason that he's our captain. He's a highest paid player.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal scorer for the last 2 years. Not mention also fuck off, yes.
Fuck Ozo. Go ahead.
But that's why I'm torn. I can look at it that way, or I can look at it that he's just having a bad form, and but I can't overlook the fact that this is going on. So I'll give him a 2.
Okay.
I'll give him a 2.
Yeah. I think
I want to change my rating with the rating that Paulo's doing, just so we can agree in something this podcast. I feel like we've been going back and forth.
What did I give him? I gave him a 4, right?
I was going to agree too. I was kind of like torn in between those two, a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
I gave him a 4. Yeah.
The 4?
Yeah.
He had some good moments in the first half. It went to shit the second half.
It's just those chances.
I think like when it goes to shit like that in the second half, I think that's when he has to step up, just because he is that guy. He's the guy that took that captain armband. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure he can always just decline and just say he doesn't want to be captain. He wants to be captain. He wants to be a fucking legend in this club. He needs to do better.
He's not that type of player, y'all.
Yeah, he is that guy that signed that guy.
He took on that responsibility when he took that armband. So yeah, I feel like if anything, I'm gonna be super harsh at any moment just because he wants that. That's the responsibility he's taken. So
I'm gonna give that on Arteta, because he should not have gotten that armband. He's not that type of player. He's not the type of player to like drag us whenever we play bad. Really, I don't think so. At least he's not really a Sanchez. He's more of like, he's more of an Ozil a little bit.
But is that really Arteta's fault? Because I feel like you can only change a certain amount of stuff when you come in.
Why are you gonna give him the responsibility of being being the captain when you know this man is not really that type of player?
I don't know. Maybe it just comes with time that he does change that. Because how are you just gonna strip somebody? Especially as like at that time when that happened, Shaka was like basically, and Shaka was that guy.
Yeah, it's obviously Luis's time though. He should be captain. But anyways, I'm trying not to put too much thought into the fact that he's a captain, because I'm just trying to judge him on the performance. So
I just don't think we have that captain like Mikel was, or maybe even Shaka could have been.
I think Luis is that.
No, but see that the thing is with David Luiz, man. As soon as he has a bad game as a center back, because he's not gonna keep up the performance he's been putting on the last maybe two games. He's not gonna keep that up. He's old, man. He's like
No,
almost
yeah, I agree with
38
that.
or whatever.
38. He's not
he,
38, is he?
I know, I'm being sarcastic here, but
No,
Like
he's.
32.
I just want to remind people that how old he is,
Yeah, you're right.
and I just don't think. I think I don't think he's a player that's been through so many clubs in one of our rival clubs. He's probably captain Chelsea at one point, and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right, and I feel like maybe in the long run, maybe we looked for Tierney as to be captain.
I think Rob Holding has captain material, but he has to be really good. He has to step
Yeah,
up.
no, but I think he needs to get a little bit more experience
Yeah.
in regards to winning. I think Rob Holding and there's a lot of players in our team that has never experienced that, like an actual big win in regards to, with with Arsenal or any other team. I mean, really, like the only ones who've won a title there are maybe, like I said, Aubameyang, Partey. Who else?
Wait, Lacazette's won the league before?
Oh
I
no.
think with France
And Leon?
and Lyon.
Oh, he didn't win the World Cup.
No. He didn't win the World Cup, but did he win something in Leon? Did he? No. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he won the league.
I don't think he won the league. He might have won like a trophy though. But maybe. I don't know.
I'll check.
You can check us, Eric.
But
But go ahead.
but yeah, man. So I think we need a captain. We need a captain that's new, fresh, that can go with the spirit that Shaka also probably had at the beginning, but then completely lost his mind.
I think that was just that certain period. I feel like that kind of
you
already
gotta
passed.
be-
So you don't think there's like a
We're not getting into that, Eric. No.
return? Like
No. First of all, he needs to start starting. You can't just fucking. I'm not with the whole captain in this fucking bench shit. No, you
Yeah,
have to be out on the field, and he's not on the field right now.
Find him, give it to Leno.
Oh yeah, I'll be cool with that too.
yeah. So he didn't win anything in Lyon except like the French Cup once
There you go. That
and
counts too.
Trophy of Champions. I don't know what that is.
No, fuck
Uh,
me.
So it's kind of like a Super Cup.
Okay. All right. Next player.
He
What did you
basically
guys
won
give him?
more here at Arsenal, or more prestigious stuff here at Arsenal than
Yeah.
he had.
What did y'all give the motherfucker? God damn it.
Who?
Aubameyang.
Oh, Aubameyang. I gave him a 2.
Okay, Eric gave him a 3, I think. I gave him a 4.
I changed it to
Okay, yeah, 2. Okay. All right. Next player.
Green, Eric. That's what I'm talking about.
Like I said.
I'll give him a 3.
3. Yeah, I'm
He
with
didn't,
Eric on
he
this as
fucked
well.
up that chance. And
Yeah.
what was that? I think that was his only chance too. It was one of the few chances we had. He fucked it up. That could have completely changed the game.
That was a
That
great
was
chance,
like
too.
that was a game-changing play right there, and
Yeah.
he didn't take it. Other than that, I don't think he offered too much.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he really was able to press as hard because I don't think they didn't let us press.
Yep. I think we missed that press though from him this game. I think we didn't expect to be down 2 goals so quickly, or at least
They-
1 goal.
They just don't play the same way. You can't. This team doesn't really pass the ball out the back, so
Yeah.
no point in pressing them really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For lack, I'll stick with 3 as well. And that's being friendly with this guy, but I can't see him the same way as Aubameyang just because of how much weight Aubameyang carries.
Yeah, I thought Lacazette was worse this particular game than Aubameyang. Not taking into account any of the other shit like the intangibles, but just performance-wise, I thought Aubameyang was worse, and I thought he missed a golden chance. You don't miss those type of chances, man. Especially a striker like him. He should not be missing
You
that.
thought Aubameyang was worse or Lacazette?
I thought Lacazette was worse. I'm sorry. Did I say the opposite? Yeah, I thought Lacazette was worse than Aubameyang this game, and he missed a golden chance. Golden. So I gotta give him a 2.5, just because of that miss. Otherwise, it'd be a 3 because he didn't do much, but a 2.5 for that miss.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was watching it. We had 60% of the possession, but I feel like We only had two decent chances, I guess.
Something like that. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
All right.
And they had more shots on target. And they only had 40% of the. They were just counterattacking us. Really, they were getting past the season. They didn't really let us rest, and that was just the whole tail of the game.
All right. A couple of the subs, because some of them played a lot, some of them didn't. Ceballos, what do you give him? Let's make this quick.
I think he was probably one of our better players. I think all of our players, I think, were better than everybody else on the field. I think we played a little bit better. It's just defensively, I guess we gave that up defensive because these were all offensive players. And I think more than them doing bad, I think it was more just Arteta getting it wrong. And just trying to get back in the game. And it backfired on us.
Ceballos, rating.
I give him a 5.
Paula, what do you give him? You seem to think otherwise.
Ceballos played?
Shut up. Yeah, he played in the second half.
I think he was our most dangerous guy. He was the one giving the only type of creativity in that game. He was doing all these through balls and everything. We just couldn't.
What do the kids call that shit? That's cap.
Ghost?
What do the kids call that shit? That's cap. He's capping right now.
No.
And that.
Ghost in the field, man. I did not see him anywhere, man.
You're fucking blind.
Man. He didn't do anything at all.
I thought Ceballos was okay. If anybody gives a fuck, I thought he was.
I don't remember anything memorable about this game with playing Ceballos in there. I don't. I just remember him coming in.
I think he was one of the better players in the team. Offensively, he offered a lot more than anybody else.
All right, Paulo, what the fuck is a rating? Come on, dog.
Okay, I'll give him a 3. There you go. Let's be fucking nice.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4. In between these guys, I didn't think he was that good, but I didn't think he was that bad either. He was kind of. I mean, I guess Eric saw a lot more than I did. I thought he was kind of missing a little bit too. His presence wasn't really felt that much. A couple of times here and there, a couple of touches, but it could have been better. I didn't think he was that influential, so I'll give him a 4.
Well, that's why I kind of gave him under the. What I give him?
Average 5. You gave him a 5.
Give him 5, yeah. So he's like under average.
Oh shit! You guys.
All right. Pepe.
I think he was also one of the people offering something.
Now that motherfucker was our best player offensively.
I give him a 5.
I gave him a 6. Yeah, he was the only one that looked like he was gonna do something. He really was. In the second half, at least.
They've been giving out here the player of the match. The Pepe.
With a 6. Yeah.
That was the highest rating player, man.
Yep.
He was fucking very impactful from the beginning, huh?
It's kind of helping him out.
Yeah, I think so.
Up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's something I wanted to bring up too. Was that playing William? Maybe Arteta's trying to be patient with Pepe before just throwing him out there, and kind of make him be like, hey, this could be your role. Come here.
Hurry the fuck up,
I feel like there's like a very thin line, and that's kind of what happened last season, where we put him in, just put him out there and put him out there into the fucking wolves, and his confidence just got ruined. And I think that's what Arteta's trying to do, just build up his confidence little by little, so maybe eventually he could be that guy on the right side.
Yeah, I like that.
Next.
But he was very impactful. So 5.
A 5 you give him?
Yeah, I'll give him a 5.
Okay, gotcha. Eric, what you give him?
A 5.
Okay, I gave him a 6. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last player was Nketiah. 4 for me. He didn't do shit.
I think he was pressing a lot better than Lacazette was. Well, he just came in and he just went full throttle. He's trying to get a goal. He's trying to get that starting spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he did well for the time he was in there. He didn't get any good clear-cut chances. After all, how much time did he actually have in the field?
He had a lot of time. They put him in at 60th minute. He had 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I give
Yeah,
him a
but he
4.
also
He didn't do much.
I
He
think
ran around a little bit.
he was causing a little trouble. That's why he's still kind of he's subpar still. I
So what are
think
you giving him? A
everybody,
5?
like nobody got over a 6. Yeah, I gave him a 5.
Okay. See, I can't give him that because Pepe was much better than him. So, go ahead, Paulo.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, I give him a
I
4.
think he was able to place himself in like dangerous situations for against the oppositions. So a 4. I just wish he needs to score.
Mhm.
He needs to start scoring.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
So does every single other forward that we have.
I
So
think he has been scoring though. He just hasn't been playing. I think enough time. Maybe he just needs a start.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
a
the
start would be good just to kind of give Lacazette some rest and get him that top level that top level minutes that he needs to
Yeah.
progress as a player.
could be
Yep.
good.
Yep, could be
All
good.
right.
For him.
The final person that we need to rate is the manager, the boss, Arteta. What are you giving him?
I think I'm gonna be harsh this time with him.
You have to
Mm.
be. That was
Mm.
bad.
Yeah, I think he brought out a team. It definitely did not work. I think they just kind of they just outclassed us
Mm-hmm.
basically
Mm.
everywhere. And the tactics that we put out didn't work at all. It made us look really bad in the defense, which was supposed to be, I think, what we were working on and what we were looking at
Yep.
the best, way better than our offense. And they just exposed us, especially in that right side. So I'd have to give him I'm between like a 3 and a 4. I'll do 3.5.
I give him a 3.
3.
For every reason that Eric said. We didn't look good at all. We lost 3-0. The changes that we made weren't really that impactful aside from Pepe, and the overall starting lineup was not good enough. And I had concerns about the lineup from the beginning, so I feel like
Mm.
he put out the wrong lineup in general. I like the
Maybe
fact.
I think also kind of had to do a little bit with what's his face coming out, Partey.
Yeah.
That also didn't help,
Hmm.
but
we didn't even look good with Partey out there, really. We didn't look that good either. So
yeah,
I like the fact that he rewarded the players that played so well against United by
yeah.
playing them. That was nice. That was a nice gesture, but it didn't work out tactically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that works really well when the players are pretty similar or can offer something different, except just being very kind of one dimensional as
Mhm.
some players are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Papa.
I think
Oh, you.
he got it wrong in all areas. I just don't see what he's doing with William. I don't know why
Me
he
neither.
keeps playing him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know what I'm just baffled with his decision to play William
I
again.
think also
Big question mark with Williams.
we've got to
Yeah.
No,
we've got to see also that a bunch of our players that we have now are just basically like masking tape.
Yeah, for sure.
We just kind of put a team out together, and we're just putting in some of these players just to kind of to fill a void. Maybe not to fill it completely, just to kind of just fill up a hole without like really repairing it completely. Just to kind of keep us forward and keep us at a certain level to not drop below, just to kind of get us up to either an Europa League spot or a Champions League spot, up until we do have enough funds to bring in better talent and just kind of build that over time with the players that does need and want.
All right. So what did you give him, Eric?
I already said it.
You said a 4 or a 3? You went for a 3.
3.5.
Hey, Paulo, what about you?
I give him a 2.
I give him a 3. Yeah, just real bad.
Yeah, it's just bad performance all out, man. Wrong calls, wrong. He did bring the subs early, so
Yeah,
I
that
give him
was-
props for that. But,
Yeah, you get a point.
but
For that.
other than that, I still don't see why Williams is still playing.
But I think that's also like an indication him bringing on those offensive players and us playing a little bit better offensively right when they came on. But us playing probably even worse defensively. I think you
Mhm.
can kind of really tell how unbalanced we are as a team.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, just and this is a team that we should be beating as well. Let's keep that in mind. That we're
They,
Arsenal and
they
they're
are in a good run of form,
yeah
and I
they're
think their team just kind of really it's a really good team just to play against like the top teams that are gonna dominate the ball.
their team is not as good as we made them out to be. In no way, shape, or form. I know they're in a good run of form, but like when you look at the names and stuff, they're not 3-0 against Arsenal good. I know they beat Liverpool, whatever. Like they're
I
just
do
not
think
this
they
good.
have a good enough team to have like the perfect game plan for like the type of system that we're trying to
Yeah,
implement.
they're a top six, top eight team. They're a top eight team.
Yeah,
That's.
and I think they counterattack really, really well. Because what they got? How
Mhm.
many counterattacks against us? Like 3 or 4.
That's how they scored all their goals. So
Yeah, so I think that the type of players that they have perfectly suit that type of team that gives these top teams trouble.
Mm.
Which you could also see, like they did deserve to win that against that Liverpool team. I don't think they probably deserved to win that high up of a score,
Yeah, it was
but
like
they still deserve to win that game.
yeah.
It probably should have been 7-3 or what 7-2,
It was
something like that. I think they
7-2,
should
I
have
think.
won. I think 3-2, 3-2, but they got lucky too. Uh,
Well, we didn't
they
get
still
lucky.
got. Huh?
We didn't get lucky at all.
We
We
still.
had no
Yeah.
luck at all.
Well,
All right, boys. Final verdict.
Yeah, just not good. We have to play better. We need to like Arteta needs to do some like soul searching over the break and
Yeah.
try to put out his best team. Try to figure out exactly how we're gonna play against all teams, not just circumstantially. But he needs to put out.
Maybe not even put out our best.
Huh?
Maybe not even put out our best team. Maybe just put in those circumstantial players to give us a better chance to winning against a certain team.
Yeah, that's all good and whatnot, the circumstances and the being adaptive. But the best teams, the ones that really want to create a culture, they start early with creating that culture. And I still haven't seen that culture, and I need to see it ASAP.
I think we have seen that goal.
I see passing out the
I
back, and
think
I
we
see
just
nothing going forward. Like there's no system at all in the way that we play forward. I'm sorry, it sounds
but
harsh, but I don't see it at all.
I think we've also just been very fortunate over the years where we've kind of off like wanted to play that very beautiful football going forward, but we've always lacked in the back line. And I think this is just kind of like the difference this year, where I think he's trying to emphasize defense over everything, but it's also kind of making us look really bad offensively.
Yeah, he needs to
And I
figure
think
out the offense ASAP. At least try something. I don't care if we lose, but try something offensively that I can recognize as a pattern and as a tactic and as a philosophy. But I'm gonna leave it
I
at
feel
that.
like it's still really early in the season.
Yeah, it's early. It's early days.
Much changes, but I think eventually he'll probably find something that works.
You'd hope so, because
I
Arsenal fans
so.
most Arsenal fans are not as patient as we are. But you guys already know I'm willing to give the man 3 seasons, 2 seasons before judging him like knowing what he is. So I'm gonna leave it at that. What do y'all say?
Yeah, squad rotation. I think it's gonna be important this season. Figuring out what he is and what type of individuality he wants to bring to the team. It's gonna take a long time. I think this season's gonna be a learning, a transitional season. Just gotta be patient. We got as a fan, we gotta be, take it back up, take it down a notch and then move forward. Take it down a notch and then move forward. Like in these games, in particular, like this 3-0 game, take it down a notch. Try getting the best out of it. Unfortunately, today was just not it wasn't the day for the Arsenal, but I'm hoping to come back stronger after the break.
All right, top 4 still? Yes or no? Yes or no question. That's it. Late as fuck over here in the East Coast.
I think we can still make top 4. I think it's
Okay.
still in. I think we do have the players to do that, or we actually have like the coach to do that. I think more than anything, because
So
he has a lot throughout the team.
I know
He's
we
just
can
gotta-
make it, but is that are we doing it or not in your opinion? Like if you had
Yeah,
to guess. Okay.
we could.
Yep, we're doing it.
Okay. I say no, but all right. All right, boys. It was good to see you. Good to have this talk. Everybody on the chat, thanks for hanging out.
Yep. Make sure you guys follow us.
Yeah,
Like
please.
always, we're giving out 2 jerseys.
Thought it was one.
Oh shit! My bad. One.
Yo, you're giving both those out now.
Jesus
You promised
Christ.
it. Dude, you promised it. I
All
know
right.
you're working that extra hustle. Must be for that jersey.
One jersey when we get 100 followers. We're doing really well actually. We're at 30. And for the Premier League games, come join us and watch it live with us. It's really fun over here. We get a lot of people showing up. So
Please comment.
yeah.
The fucking comments make it worth it. It's so fun with the comments.
Yeah, the chat room is hilarious. I like it when y'all insult everybody else but me. Don't insult me. I have thin skin. All right, y'all. We're out. Peace. Have a good one.
See ya.